Common number. Let's check it out. Many people think that good writing flows out of the brain, into the fingers, and onto the page or screen. Nothing could be further from the truth. Professional writers know that writing, like any acquired skill, requires patience and persistence. Whatever we are composing, whether an email message or a proposal for a new business, the key to writing well is to consider writing a process rather than a one-shot deal. Your prose will be better and will take you less time to compose if you look at writing as a series of tasks. For those who suffer from writer's block or who shudder at the thought of writing, I can promise that if you break down writing into several component parts, the result will be better and you will feel less anxious. 2024 Chapter 2. Common number. 1. There is a risk in sharing your innermost thoughts and feelings with other people. What if they should misunderstand, or scorn you, or heaven forbid laugh at you? T.S. Eliot's Prufrock dreads to speak to a woman of love. Do I dare? He asks himself, do I dare? T.S. Eliot Prufrock? What if he were to read love in a woman's behavior and she should respond, that is not what I meant at all, that is not it, at all. What loss of face and embarrassment. But isn't there a bigger risk in losing out on real connection and closeness with others through closing of your feelings? The great thing about conversation is that you can go step by step, testing the waters as you go, a small feeling statement here, a minor revelation there, and carry on only as trust builds between you. There is nothing more powerful than emotional truth in building connection, and people are most influenced through feelings. When we hide emotion, we hide access to this influence. We talk about telling the truth, but emotional truth is more profound and more powerful than factual truth. 2024 Chapter 2. Common number. 2. A major drawback of oral communication is that it cannot be erased. There is a sense of finality concerning the spoken word. Any word uttered by the speaker travels swiftly and reaches the target. Any slip of the tongue can create an embarrassment and an unintended hurt. The moment a wrong or unintended word is delivered, the damage is done. Effective speakers are acutely conscious of this factor. More so, when they make extempore speeches. Recognizing this limitation, while resorting to any form of oral communication, one should learn to make a careful choice of words. Until the fine art of speaking with restraint is developed, it would be desirable to make the speeches and interventions structured and well thought out rather than spontaneous and extempore. Whenever the oral communication is intended to achieve an important objective, extra care should be taken with the choice of words. 2024 Chapter 2. Common number. 3. Taking pictures has become much easier, and as a result people post millions of selfies on social media sites daily. Just about everyone with a smartphone has an album full of personal photos. Snapping a selfie may seem like a nice way to capture a memory, but it actually has a major impact on self-esteem. When you take a selfie, you can't help but evaluate your appearance and compare to others. Unlike prior eras when you had to wait for a photo to be printed, now you instantly view the result. You scrutinize your posture, your hair, your clothing, and your makeup. Your flaws are all too clear. With imaging software at our fingertips, any picture can be altered and refined for online sharing. As your inner critic takes center stage, selfies become the modem day axe, chopping down our inner joy. The more time we spend on social media, the more demanding standards become and the more susceptible we become to trolls who heartlessly magnify imperfections out of all proportion. 2024 Chapter 2. Common number. 4. The world is a field of the contest of values. We can hardly deny that, even if we suppose that some marine snails are bad snails killing fish, or that pest insects come along, eat plant leaves, and capture the stored energy that plants would have otherwise used to preserve their own good kinds. When we recognize how the ecosystem is a permanent contest of goods in dialectic and exchange, it will become difficult to say that all or even any of the organisms in it are bad kinds, ill-situated in their niches. The misfits are extinct, or soon will be. Rather it seems that many of them, maybe even all of them, will have to be respected for the skills and achievements by which they survive over the millennia. At least we will have to recognize the possibility of intrinsic value in nature, and it will seem arrogant to retreat into a human-centered environmental ethics. 4 Chapter 3. Number.